Well, it might have been snowing up north this weekend, but back in Toronto there is nary a snowflake to be seen, which means it's time to dust off the bike and get riding. But before we do that, we want to make sure it's safe. So I've called up my good friend Dave Macleod, who is a bike repair professional extraordinaire, and he's going to give us some easy tips as to how we can tune up our bikes ourselves.
Hi, June.
Hey Dave, thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
So we're just getting the bike out for the first time this season, and I'm itching to get on it, but what are some things that you might look at if you're taking your bike out after the long winter break?
Let's say 3 basics. Tires, brakes, gears. So let's put it up on the stand. First thing you want to check is that your tires are pumped up, and the pressure reading should be on the side of the tire. So here it says inflate to 50 to 75 pounds per square inch. So I just pump them up until they're about 50 or 55. And while you're doing this, you would check to see if there are any cracks in your tires. If you've left your bike out over the winter or on the back porch, the rubber can expand and contract a lot and get some cracks in it. And I actually see a few cracks in here. They probably aren't too bad, but you might want to keep an eye on those over the summer. Next, on your bicycle, we would want to look at your brakes. So we would run through the wheels and try and give them a spin. This wheel's not spinning so well. It's actually touching the brakes somehow.
Is that why it's been so hard to pedal?
I would say that it has. One of the brake arms is actually getting pushed way over to one side, and such that the little brake shoe is pushing up into the wheel. And then this one here is getting pulled over that way, and it's not doing anything at all. It means your brakes are off center, or it means your wheel is off center. Right. Now I just gave your wheel a little push here, and I realized that it's actually quite loose. So while it's still a touch loose, I'm going to, with my hands, just push the wheel over a little bit, and then hold it that way while I tighten it up fully. Alright, so that's nice and tight, that's not going anywhere. And voila, look at this!
Ta-da!
Your brake is fixed magically as well too. You look at the front one here and make sure it's working. Then you would just give the wheel a spin, and just make sure you have adequate tension on the wheel to stop. If you can depress the handle all the way to the hand grip, then you want to tune it up. And actually it's not as hard as you would think, because there's a slight fine-tuning little wheel right here, and by turning this out from the brake handle, it actually tightens up the brake down here to a point that you get more and more brake pressure. So the last thing I would look through is the gears. As you can see, I'm starting at the bottom sprocket here. I'm going to click once. It's moved up once, so it seems good. Let's try the next gear. The next one. The next one. And all these are working pretty well. If one of them is not going properly enough, this little item here is the fine tuning. So if you were to go to the bottom and try and move it up one and it wasn't moving, you would fiddle with this a little bit, and you could see it actually just jumped a gear while I did that. And then you can, because that happens to a lot of people, where they find their bike stuck between gears and then they bring it to a bike shop simply just to have the guy do that, which I just
$50.
Exactly. So that's a bit of an advanced tune-up.
So that's everything.
Yep, your bike is fully tuned up and ready to go. Are you ready to ride?
I am ready to ride.
Okay.
All right, Verona, you ready for another year? Here we go. Ooh, my little pretty one, my speedy, finely tuned one. When you gonna give me some cycling time, Verona? Something like that. All right.
Have
Thanks
a good
a
ride,
lot,
June.
Dave. All right, we'll see you later for 52 Mondays.